the next 30 days, let's pick out. I talked to you today about overwhelm from too many mental health tools. I know mental health tools are wonderful, but sometimes with too many, it's just too much. And as we get older, it even becomes a really, really big problem for us. After 60, we're often told to do more for our mental health. It's pushed that we have to do all these things for our mental health. You know, there's so many apps. There's routines you need to add in or do and make sure you're doing. Breathing exercises. I don't know. There's supplements. There's they want you to journal, they want you to do meditation, then there's mindfulness, then there's, all these prompts that you should put up and inspirational quotes and, maybe do some morning journaling, evening journaling, sit and have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, have a drink, whatever it is that they tell you to do. And then there's courses on top of that, right? And instead of relief, it causes a lot of problems for us. It causes us to kind of lose ourselves. And you're trying to do all these tools and you can't fit them in and you give up. And then you don't do anything. So when nothing sticks and you can't do it because you're totally overwhelmed, then you feel like you failed, right? So that's not the idea. That's not what we want to do. So, there's also physical things like our nervous system can't handle it, right? So if there's constant self-monitoring and that our anxiety creates problems in our nervous system. And so our hormones are thrown off and everything is thrown off. So that in itself makes it not work properly, so switching tools too often is not good either. And you got to be real, like many of these tools, especially the AI tools and all the apps and that, they're designed for young people and they're designed for active people. They're not designed for people our age. So we have to remember that as well, right? And you can't be constantly trying to fix yourself. You have to live. So when do you live? It can't just be fixing yourself because you have a mental health issue, okay? So I think that one of the solutions is to do less. So think about doing less more efficiently when you're over 60, okay? So think about that. How does that look? So let's stop looking for all these solutions. Let's make a list of the things that we use right now to help us when we're sad, when we're mad, when we're down, when we're up, when we're not functioning properly, when we're too tired, all the things that go with our mental health, all the symptoms. What do we use right now? What medications, what people, what doctors? Make a list of all that, okay? So let's just do that, okay? And then we're going to pick out, for the next 30 days, let's pick out one tool that you use for physical help. So one physical tool that you can use to help your mental health. Maybe that's going for a walk. Maybe that's doing 5-minute exercises. Maybe that is deep breathing. One physical tool. So write down that one tool. You're going to use that for the next 30 days. Then you're going to pick out then you're going to choose a mental one. So what tool can you use for mental health? So are you going to use journaling? Are you going to, like, something that you create in your mind, right? That's going to help you kind of decipher what's in your mind. So maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's inspirational quotes that you're going to listen to or write down. Maybe it's pulling a card daily and write that down. Maybe it's setting that intention for the day. Whatever tool you want for mental work, okay? And then you've got to include your medications. So that's always one thing, okay? So outside of this list, you have medication and doctor, okay? So those are a must always. These are extras, okay? So those are always your musts, okay? And then next, you're going to look at environmental. So environmental is like changing your scenery, calling your daughter and asking to go there for a bit, doing something different. You know what I mean? Like, what can you do? Maybe it's, instead of falling asleep on the couch and then you can't sleep at night, you're going to do something. What is one tool that works for that? Okay. So you have a few tools. So you have like 3 tools that you're going to use for the next month, 30 days. And then you have your doctor and your medications. Okay. I don't want you to screw with those at all. All right. So follow that for 30 days. And then after 30 days, add what you feel you're missing. So if you're really missing something physically, add that in. If you're really missing some mental health, add that in. Whatever that looks like, whether it's a relaxation tool, whatever, right? Think outside the box and allow yourself to think deeply about this and to kind of create what you need that's going to help you at your worst times, okay? So that's your tools for the next 30 days. And then we want to look at maintenance, okay? What do we need for maintenance? So again, our doctor, our medication, right? Those are we're not including those, okay? Those are a given. So what else do we need for maintenance? So we have our tools in case we get lost. So what is our maintenance? Is it a routine? Is it a routine? Is it your sleep pattern? Is that what's going to help your maintenance, right? Whatever it is. So you develop this maintenance program that you do as maintenance. And then when you're really down, you're going to add in the 3 tools, okay? And then that is going to tell you what you need and what you don't need. If the tool isn't working the first 30 days, or if after a week it's not working, switch it out for a different one. And find the tool that's going to help you. We don't have to grow all the time. Like, yes, life is about growth. Life is about learning new things. But when you're dealing with mental health issues, sometimes you don't need to worry about that stuff. All you need to worry about is getting through the day, or getting through the week, or getting through the month, or feeling better. Don't worry about growth. What we need right now is just to enjoy our life. And what we deserve is to slow down, to have peace, to have calmness, to not worry every minute of every day that we're not enough, okay? You want to make sure that that whatever you do is to support yourself to be the happiest you can be. If you find something doesn't work, it doesn't mean you fail at it. It just doesn't work for you. If there's something you need to learn, acknowledge it, ask for help, and learn it. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay too. But take what you know works, use it, and add what you need to add. Don't try to do everything. It's not important. After 30 days, you will have a good idea what works, what doesn't. And when you add things on a weekly basis, if something isn't working, you get rid of it and you add something else. You can continue to do this past the 30 days. So build your list. Have, I don't know, once a week, or you go through, some stuff on what's new in mental health progress, right? And you look at that and you write down a few things that you're interested in learning more about. Then you add that one thing, the next month and see if it works for you. And then if that doesn't work, switch it up and see where you are after 30 days. And I swear you will feel so much better and you will have a better idea how to live your life in a big, big way. So what we want to do is we want to separate our coping tools, okay, from our growth tools. Growth is great. Like when you read, you're growing, you're learning. When you're taking a course, you're growing, you're learning. When you're adding something new in your life, you're growing, you're learning, But there's also maintenance, right? So your maintenance would be going to bed at the same time every night, eating at the same time every day. Those types of things, right? And then you have to decide in advance what you're going to do when you're low, okay? So you want that plan. What is your low plan going to look like? And that's where you learn this over 30 days. You're learning which one works, which doesn't, switch them up and see what's going to work. So maintenance is the focus because what we're after is stability. And as stable as we can be, at whatever that looks like, is good. And it is enough, okay? I don't want you to get too concerned about you have to be like somebody else, okay? You do not. You have to be you. That's it, okay? So, with that said, just remember, when you start feeling overwhelmed from having too many tools that you're trying to use, there's something wrong. And you need to curb that down. Take a look at all your tools and which ones are maintenance that you're going to do all the time. Okay, you have a maintenance routine. You're going to do that all the time. And then what tools can help you when you're low? What tools can help you when you're too high? What tools can help you cope? And don't let other people tell you you're not enough. You are enough just the way you are. So be strong, be brave, and love endlessly.